Good morning, everyone, and thank you for watching the City of Janesville COVID-19 community briefing for Wednesday, May 27th. Beginning today and moving forward, the community briefing is provided every Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. My name is Dwayne Sherrick, and I am the Planning Section Chief for today's operational period. At this time, we'll review our incident objectives for the city's COVID-19 response, which includes safeguarding the community, including our residents, businesses, and visitors, deterring the spread of COVID-19 within our capabilities, providing essential services to the community, and safeguarding City of Janesville employees in order to preserve our city's service power. This time we'll hear from Situation Unit Leader Maggie Darr.
Thank you, Dwayne, and good morning, everyone. I'm Maggie Darr, Situation Unit Leader for this event. According to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, as of yesterday, Tuesday, May 26th, we had 15,683 confirmed positive cases of COVID-19 in the state of Wisconsin. We have 583 in Rock County, and with 8,158 total tests performed by the county, this represents a positive testing rate of 7.1%, which is a very significant decrease from the rate that we reported on Friday. We've had 16 deaths in Rock County as well. Just a reminder that Hedberg Public Library's Express branch in the mall reopened yesterday, and the main library will reopen on June 1st. Also, just a reminder that tomorrow is our last scheduled mask giveaway at Traxler Park at 11 a.m., and that's tomorrow, Thursday, May 28th. Thank you so much again to all of the city staff that worked on these mask giveaways, as well as the United Way Blackhawk region and all of the So Connected mask warriors in the community. This week, we're continuing to keep in contact with all of our partners to ensure a coordinated response and that we're monitoring the situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. Next is Economic Development Director Gail Price.
Good morning, Janesville. Economic Development Director Gail Price. Reminders that we have all of our COVID-19 economic recovery items on the growjanesville.com website. Click the banner at the top, and that'll take you to the pages with the various programs. We are in phase one of the Rock County reopening phase plan. That's really just going to provide you guidance as to when you'll start to see businesses and other activities occur and as they relate to continued testing. New items on the COVID-19 recovery page. We have the City of Janesville best practices to reopen businesses. We also have the WEDC reopening guidance documents. Those are very important as you're moving forward with reopening your business. You want to provide assurance that you are taking precautions to protect your customers and your employees. Programs that are still out there and available, the Rock County Emergency Small Business Loan Fund is still available. The WEDC has announced that they are coming out with a grant program for small businesses called the We're All In Small Business Grant. Those applications will be available in early June. Those will allow for a $2,500 small business grant to help businesses reopen. So as I was out on Milton Avenue last night, it was great to see that there's a lot of activity. There's many businesses that are reopening. The larger retailers are ramping up this week and into next week. Check with your favorite retailer to see if they're open. Again, they're following guidelines. There's going to be reduced occupancies, no waiting rooms at your hairstylist and things like that. So make sure you call ahead to know what the expectations are of your favorite businesses. I want to remind everyone to spend local. Every time you spend $1 in the community with small businesses, that can produce up to 68 cents in additional economic return. We're also helping businesses connect with PPE. If they are having problems finding PPE, give us a call. We have a list of local businesses that are providing that. Last evening, the City Council approved the Economic Recovery Plan, and as a part of that, there is a loan program that would allow for up to $5,000 for businesses affected by the pandemic. The application will be out shortly, most likely before the end of the week, that you'll be able to apply. If you got any questions, feel free to call the Economic Development Office, 608-755-3059. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Next, we'll hear from Public Information Officer Molly Nolte.
Thank you, Dwayne. Good morning. I'm Public Information Officer Molly Nolte. To stay up to date on important City of Janesville information and news, check in often on the city's website or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. The best way to stay up to date for Janesville news is to sign up for our press releases. We send them to your inbox. You can sign up at the city's website, www.ci.janesville.wi.us/email lists. For COVID-specific information, you can visit that same website, /COVID-19. There you'll find links to local, regional, and state resources, including business reopening guidelines, our frequently asked questions, safety information from the CDC, and much more. The City of Janesville will continue to get its information from trusted sources such as the CDC and the Wisconsin Department of Health Services, and we recommend our residents do the same. While this morning briefing will now be held only on Wednesday mornings, you can continue to call the city's community support hotline Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 608-373-6027, or you can call 211, which is available 24/7. Please share this information with your family, friends, community groups, and social networks, and anyone else who can benefit. We also encourage our social media users to use our hashtag campaign, hashtag One Positive Thing, hashtag Janesville Strong, and hashtag Spend Local. Thank you.
Thanks, Molly. Next is Finance and Administration Section Chief Julie Parker.
Good morning, Julie Parker, Finance and Administration Section Chief for this operational period. The EOC Finance and Admin section is documenting all personnel and operating expenses related to the city's COVID-19 pandemic response for potential reimbursement from the Federal Emergency Management Agency Public Assistance Program. The FEMA program reimburses 75% of eligible assistance expenses, while the state has agreed to reimburse 12.5% of eligible assistance expenses. With that, the EOC response team has logged 7,336.5 hours to date, and we have captured expenses in the amount of $1,028,535.64. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. Next is Safety Officer Captain John McManus.
Good morning. John McManus from the Safety Unit. We want to continue to emphasize washing your hands with soap and water, especially after you've been in a public place. If soap and water are not readily available, please use a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. We should avoid close contact with people who are sick and create space between each other, at least 6 feet when we are outside our home. This includes inside spaces and outside spaces. Formulate a plan if someone in your home is sick. The CDC continues to recommend wearing a cloth face mask in public settings where social distancing measures are difficult to maintain, like the grocery store. These simple cloth face coverings are part of a system to slow the spread of the virus by helping people who may have the virus and not know it from transmitting it to others. The cloth face coverings recommended are not surgical masks or N95 respirators. Those are critical supplies that must continue to be reserved for healthcare workers and other medical first responders, as recommended by the current CDC guidance. When you choose to wear a fabric non-standard mask or any other mask in public, continue to maintain that 6 feet of social distancing. Our workspaces and residences should be cleaned thoroughly daily with EPA-approved cleaners, and high-touch surfaces in our environment should be cleaned with a higher frequency. Thank you.
Thank you, John. Next, we'll hear from Incident Commander Chief Ernie Rhodes.
Hi, good morning. I just want to say thank you to the business owners who have opened their businesses back up and who have followed the recommendations from Rock County Health. Because of your courage and your determination to make sure you're safe and your customers are safe. There's definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's very exciting for all of us. But it's important to remember that we still have the virus in our community, and as Maggie said, we have 583 cases. Going forward looks like this: wear your simple face mask, wash your hands, wipe high-touch surfaces, and avoid large crowds when possible, especially if you walk into an occupancy and nobody has their simple face masks on and you have yours. Remember, this won't protect you, it protects the people that are around you. So if everybody wears their mask, then we add a level of protection that can significantly decrease the spread of the virus. As I stated Friday, it is severe weather season, and I urged everybody to look at getting into or buying a weather radio. And over the weekend, we had several tornado warnings. So once again, I want to remind everybody this is severe weather season. If you don't have a weather radio, please go and get one. And also remember to build a family disaster kit. Natural disasters are still very possible in our state, in our nation. So being ready for a natural disaster is always a good project for you to work on with the family on the weekend or yourself. Take the time today to text somebody, call somebody, say hi to somebody, share your love with each other and in the community, and also give each other grace. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Rhodes. Next, we'll hear from Janesville City Manager Mark Freitag.
Thank you, Dwayne, and good morning, City of Janesville EOC members, City of Janesville employees, and certainly members of our community that are either listening or watching this briefing this morning. Folks, I've told the city team that we're moving into phase 3, and so Safer at Home, the original was phase 1, Safer at Home, additional phase was phase 2, and now we're moving into something new, phase 3, with the termination of the Safer at Home order. And so what I would tell you is that, as Chief mentioned, certainly coronavirus is still in our community. And so our struggle and our fight against coronavirus and that spread is still on. It's still game on, and this pandemic is not over. Obviously, some of the signs are favorable, and that perhaps our numbers and our percentages are dropping. That's a good news story, but frankly, it's not over. And so I encourage the community to do the right thing. Listen to the guidance that's been put out by the safety team for the past 12 weeks. These simple things that you can do can help prevent the spread in our community. Follow the business guidelines that have been prepared and vetted through our EOC team, certainly our safety team, and those business practices that are guidelines in our community, because we know that the business community recognizes a safe and healthy customer base is going to be able to bring them the revenues that they need to keep their businesses open. And so we all got to work together. We all got to do the right thing. Being safe, moving forward cautiously is the answer to how we move through this and how we continue to get through this current phase that we're in. Folks, I would tell you, I get a lot of emails from folks that are concerned about going into places where people aren't wearing masks and aren't practicing social distancing. My message to you is that when you arrive on scene in a public space, if it looks and feels safe, well, then proceed. If it looks and feels dangerous, just like in any other situation, walk away, get away. You have the ability to make that decision about your own personal safety, and I encourage you to do that. Remember, as a community, we're going to stand tall, we're going to stand firm, we're going to stand together. It's not over. We are Janesville strong.
Thanks, Mark. This has been the City of Janesville COVID-19 Community Briefing for May 27th. The community briefing is provided every Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Please continue to be safe and stay healthy. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching.